Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new what if on Izuku Midoriya having Chupacabra powers. I had a little debate on if it would be was or had. It doesn't matter now. But I like to thank Sutra Mimus for asking me to do this. I was going to do it on Halloween, but what the heck. I got time to spare. But I want you guys to know I can show you some types of ideas I have on other types of media, like Danganronpa or other types. But that's my thoughts. If you want me to show you what I have for the ultimate characters for Danganronpa, it's fine. Now, let's get into the video. Izuku Midoriya was born and raised in the orphanage. His parents abandoned him in it. The only two people who took care of him were the priest and Sister Lily, a nun. When Izuku Midoriya was with Sister Lily, this is when he was at 6 years old. So yeah, they both went to the store to get food for the orphans. But a tragic thing happened when a bank robbery came. A quirk user that had a gun quirk user was the heroes and cops chased after him. The gun quirk user shoots at Sister, tries to shoot the heroes, but misses and hits Sister Lily. And Izuku and Sister Lily goes down and covering her shot. And Izuku says, "Sister Lily, are you okay?" And Sister Lily says, "Let me see," and looks down and says, "Izuku, tell the orphanage that I'm not coming back." And Izuku says, "Why? Why are you saying that?" In tears. And Sister Lily says, "It's gonna be okay." Izuku, with a smile on her face. And Izuku is saying, "Somebody help! She needs medical attention." And the heroes tried to come to get her, but it was too late. Sister Lily is gone. Izuku was holding Sister Lily tight, and the heroes try to get him to let go, but he says no. And he says, I will never trust you any more. And 9 years have passed. Izuku Midoriya has been helping the orphanage and keeping them from teaching them and helping them learn. But at night, he's El Chupacabra. Even his quirk is that. He sees 3 people coming, dealing drugs, and he takes them out, and the drug dealer says, Hey kid, do you know what we're doing? Do you know who we are working for? Are you a hero or a punk nosed brat? What can I say that I'm a guy that hates your types? Does that work for you? You don't know who you're messing with, kid. My boss is gonna be taking you out and making your life a living hell. And by the way, Izuku is wearing a mask. And Izuku looks, maybe you should stop your talking. And Izuku looks at him with his eyes and says, I hope you have this, because I'm your worst nightmare. And the Latin Mafia man goes in a panic. Let me out of here! And Izuku hears the police and says, it only lasts like 30 minutes, but it's effective. And sprays a logo showing to not mess with him. And the cop sees the man. Let me get this guy away from me. In fear and panic, he is, and sees the logo. Get away from me! And the cop sees the logo. He struck again. And the cops discuss the matter. He keeps on dealing these guys every time before we know and hear what they're doing. Yes. He keeps on taking out these guys one by one until they're all under arrest or in fear. Even some of the criminals can't even take a step anymore. We need help. I know who it is. Who's good at it. Then Eraserhead came. Mr. Azawa, we need your help. I know you hate the spotlight. What we need, this is serious. We don't know who this El Chupacabra guy is. He's one of the most stealthiest villains vigilantes that we seen. You're the one that can find him. Can you help us? They bow down and Ozawa says, I will try my best. I will not. But if he keeps on, he's nearly hard to find. I do not know his quirk, but I will find him. Put him and try to get him to be a hero with talent like that. He can be that. Then Izuku comes back to the church and says, hey guys, how's it going? And the whole orphanage cheers and are happy for him. And then another sister says, Zuko, I think Tigers wants you. Oh. Zuko says, really? I thought we talked this over again. I think it's a different matter, the sister says. Izuku comes to Tiga's office, knocking the door. Come in. And Tigra says, Izuku Midoriya. How's it going, Tigra? Nothing much. I see there's a logo of yours. Care to explain why that's there on the newspaper? And Izuku rubs his head and puts his shoulders up and says, I don't know, street art? Or people spray painting the monster that we believed to live for in time, and Tigra puts his hands and looks at Izuku. Izuku, how many times do I told you about this? You don't need to keep living in the past. It wasn't the hero's fault. Izuku says they didn't help Sister Lily, and holds his fist down and says, I want to help people, but I don't want them to be those heroes. Izuku says, and Tigra says, let it go, Izuku. This isn't the time to. She wants you to keep people safe and keep that's what she wants. And you can't be the guy that always thinks about the ones that care about. Izuku looks down and says, you may be right, but I need to keep criminals at bay, and I need to be their hero in their own image, even if they don't see it. Izuku, wait! Izuku runs and says, see ya, adios, Tigra. And Tigra says, damn it, Izuku. You always think, but you don't. You always act, but you don't think. And Izuku sees a people, the Latin Mafia, in an abandoned warehouse. He took out 2 guards without any noise. He climbs on the wall, hiding from the Latin Mafia. And he hears the La Mandrina. And she's pissed. She's saying, how did you let this guy out of your sight? And she's in a tone that's not a very nice one. She's speaking in Spanish, which I'm not great in, but I can say some things in Spanish. You better have a good idea to get rid of this El Chupacabra guy. Because I'm not dealing with this guy, this wannabe vigilante, and he's gonna be dead if he comes near our dealers again. I'll have a pike in his head and put mierda on his grave. Fine, we need to eliminate him. And Izuku, when she's done telling her gang, Izuku takes out the gang and about 2 of the gang and looks behind a door and he hears put your hands up. Looks like I found our little vigilante problem. Hey, boss! I think we found our vigilante. And the La Mandrina hears, and says, "Good. Get him to me." And the guy with the gun says, "Don't even think about it. I have a bullet that's 10 times stronger than what your quirk has. Even titanium can't even handle it." And he puts his knees on the ground. "Do you know who I am, little boy? I am the La Mandrina. I am the she-devil. I am the peligrosa. And let's see who's under this mask." She's having her hand closely to Izuku's mask. Then the lackey behind her says, "Ooh!" And a scarf and he's knocked out. "Who's there?" And putting a gun up and saying, "Do you know what you're doing?" And holding Izuku hostage. And the other man gets captured. And he's also tied up by the same material. Scarf. I'm serious. I'm gonna blow this freaking kid's head off. And Izuku bites the La Mandrina with a colmillo toxico, meaning toxic fang in Spanish, making her woozy and can't move her body well. Ugh, you mierda, and shoots a bullet at Izuku. And Zawa comes out from the shadows and saves Izuku. Thank you. Who are you? I'm a hero, kid. You must be El Chupacabra, right? You have real balls for taking on the Latin Mafia. Deku looks down and says, I didn't want anybody to be in this. Well, you already had one. But you had a good heart for a guy that puts people, knocks people out and tries to give them a easy way to not feel the pain. And Izuku says, sorry for getting you into this. Well, you did took out almost all of the Latin Mafia's gangs. So I think we're good. Izuku, the cops came and Izuku has his knees down and his head up. Hands on his head. And the police says, Eraserhead, are you okay? Just a little bullet. Did this kid shot you? No, it was the Latin Mafia's leader. So this is the El Chupacabra, the vigilante, who I think there's a reason why we don't need. There's a rule for breaking the law for this kid. And Aizawa says, wait. I think, hey kid, do you want to be a hero? And Izuku says, Well, I don't have much left. And I say, yes. And what's your name? Izuku Midoriya. And I hope you liked this video. And hope you like it. Thank you, Sutra Mimus.